Tell us who you are. Yes.
I am Susan,
Dana Catterton.
Jane Parham.
and we did, we're all at Cardinal Hickey Academy down in Owens, and we work together, and I teach math,
And I'm science.
I'm in first grade.
so, and we're at the middle school level, so, and Dana and I work together on a weekly basis with STEM. So we have a combined math science class every Friday with the 7th and 8th graders. So every week we get together and we do projects with them. And we did, before the class started, we did a big STEM day based on science for the school. And then when and it was very successful, and the kids enjoyed it, where the 7th and 8th graders created centers, and then the little kids came up and then they rotated through the centers and did a science activity.
So we really noted, we had already, it was kind of project-based at that point, so we realized we were doing project-based learning. We didn't have a title for it.
So then we came to this class, Jane was like, we have to take a class. And she wanted to learn more about technology, so she dragged us with her. We're like, okay, we'll go. Because we went to a class 2 years ago and had fun together. So I said, well, let's do it again. So that's how we got here. So when we came and talking about what we wanted to do, we really wanted to extend the STEM day, and it came about that when the kids, some of the feedback from the teachers from the first STEM day was that the kids really didn't know what was going to happen at the STEM day when they came up. So we wanted to somehow inform the students about what they were going to be learning about when they came to the center. So what we decided to do was that the 7th and 8th graders to integrate technology is that they were going to do an introductory video that the students could watch the week before the big STEM day. So that was kind of the big project to integrate technology, was that the 7th and 8th graders had to make a video to introduce their center that they then had to create for our second STEM day, which just happened yesterday. So we're a little melted down today. That's because it all came together yesterday. So we, based on our Scantron scores, of course, knew, and this day was more of a math day, because we did science last time. Got good math. Probability and measurement were areas that we're a little low on. So we did some research with our Scantron, pulled our standards. We talked to the primary teachers. Jane talked to the primary, and of course I'm a middle school person, so I talk to myself. Happens a lot. And pulled those standards that we looked at, and we looked at 6 down. And because the 7th and 8th graders knew the standards, it wasn't about them learning the standard, it was about them having that voice and choice, which is the whole project base of how would they want to teach, how would they want to learn, how would they want to educate their peers, and that how would they want to put it into the video, and how would they want their center to run. So Jane, I know when we were setting this up, she wanted them to choose their own groups, because that's kind of, do you want to talk about that? Because she was like, they need to pick their own groups, and we're like,
we tried that.
so there was some conversation about that, but they didn't get to pick their own groups. We kind of put them in their groups. So there was some conversation about that.
And then we gave them their topics based on what the research we had found before. And then we set them down. We actually showed them, I don't know if you've ever seen the Pi video, which we did link on our page that you can watch.
So there's some videos. They've seen different videos. I don't know if you've all heard of, I know Khan Academy is a big one, but especially for the middle school virtual nerd, if you've not seen the virtual nerd videos, those are my favorite, because I find Khan Academy a little bit hard to get to and a little bit boring for the kids, but I love it. Virtual nerd. The lessons are simple, and they're less than 5 minutes. They're quick, and it's just this lady with the whiteboard, and she lists the steps to do and does the problem right there. Super simple. I love sending the kids. If the kids are asking, I might go to this link, and it's exactly what it is. So that's my recommendation, Virtual Nerd. So we do a lot of basic ones, but this one we showed on Pi Day. It was, what's her name? Danica McKellar. She was Winnie on the Wonder Years. She's now got a PhD, but she's dance around in the tutu singing the pi numbers, and so we were showing them a couple examples. You can play the straight, serious math, or you can make it more fun
And entertaining.
and entertaining. So
We went the entertaining route.
children went a little more the entertaining route, but it was interesting. We kind of let them have at it.
Right. We showed them how to do the slideshow.
The slides.
Which one group I think did eventually put the slideshow in part of their video.
We had the green screen
green
going.
screen.
So this took us about the 2 months. We had several days filming. We had, it was a bring your own device because we have absolutely no devices at our school. So it was a bring your own device. The kids were really very respectful. In the days, it was a little, "All right, you film here, let's all be quiet." And we had first graders in with us. We would send the kids down. They met with Jane because when we were looking at the scripts, we were like, we're not sure first graders are going to understand that you're teaching. And that was a big conversation, is that you're going to be teaching kindergarten through 6th grade. They need to understand
What a
They-
fraction is.
you know,
right,
the
for
probability
kindergarten.
and measurement. And so they met with Jane to kind of guide them on
Break it
that
down.
language, and they met with us to talk, to kind of span. So they had to plan their video as well as their center.
I think and I think what we found, the students have a lot more knowledge of the editing process of the videos than we do. So you'll see the video that, I mean, we
So
have
we had
a couple.
12 videos altogether. We kind of picked 2. The one was the simple where we expected the kids to be at, and the second one, and we told them it only needed to be like 2 to 5 minutes. Most of them were in the 3 to 4 range. The second one was 8 minutes, which we won't show you the whole thing, but we need to at least show the whole
intro.
because they needed to. We set a few ground. You need to have an introduction. There needs to be the lesson, and then there needs to be the the closing credits. So we did have some guidelines. We created rubrics. We did all the stuff, the normal stuff that you do. But it was interesting, and then. The feedback from the rest of the school, we did send out, an email that says now it is supposed to be educational, but they're probably
is
going to be
our
more
first attempt.
entertaining, and the lighting and the sound. So we have we have a lot of room to grow for next year, but it was all positive feedback. So let's see if we get this. So let's see if you guys can see this. Please work. Please work.
Should I turn the lights on? Is that?
I don't know.
Should get bigger.
I know. Why is it not working?
When you go to view and do this.
Hold on. Come on. All right. Maybe I take it off tablet mode. What do we need? Come on.
Yeah, after this was, after the videos were watched, the students they created a background poster just so the kids would know. The actual STEM day took place in our center, which is our auditorium. So we had 12 tables around the outside, and we created a schedule for all the lower grades, K through 6, to come up in groups of 3 or 4. They went around to each station for a matter of about 10 minutes. And the students had a hands-on activity that they also made to go along with their video. So they might have taught customary units of measure with the hands-on activity for the students to do. Right. So they had watched the video ahead of time and then had the hands-on
That's
activity
great.
along with it. And it went all day. And the students got a greater appreciation for what we do as educators. Some of the comments were, how do you put up with these kids all day? Don't tell you. And they talk all the time, don't know. Or how do you stand up all day and teach the same thing? So, yes.
Do you have a website like Virtual Nerd for STEM, math, science projects as well?
We do not.
Okay, no, it's just,
Yeah.
because that looks really good.
Do not. We have it all on our, we use the Google Docs. The teachers then put it into that. Everything's on the Google Doc, which we sent you. I don't know how we could share that with everyone.
Yeah, I can share that.
Yeah, it has all the articles that we read ahead of time, with how to do the project-based learning.
I'm gonna get
We
to
attached
my
the Pi
account, 'cause
video
it's
to
up
it,
on my
and we have a
YouTube.
bunch of pictures of what the students did, and a couple of the videos.
I can get to my Google, the YouTube video too.
Now my account.
get to that eventually.
I don't know what it's doing.
There's my drive.
I know. I need my drive.
If you have it on YouTube,
Right, we just did it, we're here, because we couldn't figure out how to do them, so when you said how to do it,
Oh,
we just
yeah.
did it really quickly.
I know.
So now I gotta remember how we put it on there.
well, if you click on the waffle, you should be able to see YouTube. If it doesn't show in the top, say more. Click more.
Now it's just being slow.